Greetings to you, ladies and gentlemen. This is another edition of our elementary math sessions that we always have on Wafu TV. If this is your first time watching us, this is Wafu TV, and this is where we teach elementary mathematics and, of course, do support to underprivileged learners in local communities. In our last lesson, we solved problems on rate, how to calculate rate, and we promised you that this time around we are going to be solving problems involving the time. So today we are going to solve problems on time in simple interest. What is time? Time is simply the duration within which your interest is calculated when you leave or you keep money in the bank. Now we have an example on the board which will help you understand what I'm talking about better. And the example says, in what time will $400,000 yield 40,000 at 3% per annum? That is 3% per year. In the solution, we identify what we know, and what we know is principal, that's the main amount. We know the interest, that is what it yields, and we know the rate, which is stated here as a percentage. So we start from principal, P, will be equal to $400,000. And we equally know the simple interest, which is $40,000. We know the rate, R, which is 3% per year or per annum, as it is stated over there. Therefore, the time will be equal to, the rule is what will guide us to finding the time. To find time, you take 100 multiplied by the simple interest and divide that by principal multiplied by the rate. Let us substitute the numbers in this rule. This will be equal to 100 stands at 100. You multiply that by simple interest. And the simple interest, as we know, is $40,000. All this divided by the principal. Principal amount is $400,000 multiplied by the rate, which is 3%. So this zero will do away with the zeros. Zero, this zero can take away this. 2 here 2 times. 2 into 10, 5 times. 2 here 1 time. 2 into 4, 2 times. So we have 5 times 2, which is 10, divided by 3. And this will give us 3 and 1/3 year. You can change the 1/3 of a year into months if you wish, and that you can do by just calculating 1/3 of 12 months. 3 here 1, 3 here 4. So this can simply or equally be expressed as 3 years, 4 months. And that is what you can do to find the time if the principal, the interest, and the rate are given. Now let's look at the second example, which will help you further understand what we are talking about. The second example says, in what time will $900,000 generate $500,000 simple interest at the rate of 5% per annum? Let's start from what we know. Principal amount is $900,000. We equally know the simple interest, which is $500,000. We know the rate, which is 5%. Therefore, time will be equal to 100 times simple interest divided by principal times rate. Let's substitute. 100 stands. You multiply this by the simple interest, which is $500,000, and divide by principal, which is $900,000, times the rate, which is 5%. Let's simplify. This zero will do away with this with this with this, and this with this. You're left with 9 and 5. This 5 can do away with this 5, and here we have 100 divided by 9. 100 over 9, which is going to give us 11 and 1 over 9 years. It's going to take 11 and 1 over 9 years to have this interest on this amount at this rate. If you understood something, then consider giving us a like, consider sharing, and consider commenting so that we can improve on what we do here at Wafu TV. This is all we had for you, and in our next lesson, we'll be focusing on calculating the amounts. And see you in our next lesson, and thank you so much for following up with our lessons. To get more information, you can contact the numbers on the screen, or you can visit our website